Don't you dare. Don't
I dare
Don't
what?
you dare start a GoFundMe to bury me. Don't you dare. Don't you do it.
I don't need no GoFundMe.
Don't you do it at all. This conversation needs to happen. And GoFundMe was
I gotta
only
go
created.
and get up out of here.
GoFundMe was only created about 5-6 years ago? And it's like taken over the place of life insurance.
It's taking over the place of a lot of things. It's taking the place over working.
We need to have definitely stronger conversations.
And I ain't saying some people don't need funds.
Right.
All I'm saying is something is being abused around here.
Coming up on Surviving Marriage podcast, entrepreneurship, retirement, Social Security. We gonna get into it.
Welcome to the Surviving Marriage Podcast with Rufus and Jenny, marriage educators, best-selling authors, and relationship disruptors, giving you marriage education from decades of marriage experience. Here's Rufus and Jenny triplets.
Welcome to all of our global listeners around the world. Welcome to another episode of Surviving Marriage Podcast. We are Rufus and Jenny triplet, best-selling authors, but the most important thing you guys need to know that we are a husband and wife team married for 3+ decades, and we've been in the trenches for a long time. A long time.
I ain't no dinosaur.
Love me long time.
Long dinosaur.
Love
girl.
me long time. Okay, a long time.
I didn't know Methuselah.
And I don't know if this is going to resonate with our global listeners around the world. Shout out to Germany, Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Ireland. I'm trying to
just don't
Norway.
be playing with people's ethnicities.
I'm trying to get all the countries. You guys are pulling us up and listening to the podcast. But we have to talk about something definitely that affects us here in the States. And
I think it affects a whole bunch of people because do everybody have the funds to bury their people?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. Maybe we need to talk to some more international couples on how.
Yeah, what kind of problems y'all having?
How they do that.
We gotta go fund me.
The
issue.
funds are concerned. Now we have worked together for so long, and I think.
Here we go with the dinosaurs again.
Stop it. That's age yourself, dude. Age yourself. I just feel we need compelled to tell.
I don't know what sound of dinosaur made.
I don't think that's it.
My fault.
Oh.
Hey, you better quit listening to them people. Them people ain't one back there. They don't know what them people were saying. What them dinosaurs were saying. I think we're getting
into like a bad episode.
Nobody know that stuff.
A bad episode of Sesame Street.
You don't speak dinosaurs, so you need to pull back.
And okay. You don't either.
I never said. I didn't go there.
We have worked together for so long. I think we just feel compelled to tell everyone about the aspects of entrepreneurship and how that affects your marriage.
Well, it's called do for self.
Yeah, we do for self.
Well, I'm saying that. I'm gonna let you handle that.
But it's about doing for your family as well. There's so much going around about start a business. You need to start that business. You need to be an entrepreneur. And that's great.
A lot of people do.
That's great. Yeah, that's wonderful. We love that. We love entrepreneurship. But you got to cover all the bases. And entrepreneurship, if entrepreneurship is your only means for getting money, what do you have in place if something happens to you?
Better have something in place, because GoFundMe might not be there too long.
I'm not talking about just like GoFundMe. Like when you are actually researching and thinking about starting a business, do you think about if something? Okay, I don't have a consistent income. If something happens to me, who will take care of my family? How will my family be taken care of?
Got to cover your bases.
Exactly. That needs to be a basis of entrepreneurship, is making sure that your family is taken care of. So let's spend some time.
Let me say one more thing on this GoFundMe thing, because even you shouldn't depend on no one to help you in your time of need. Okay, there are people who's going to need help, but there's organizations to help them.
Not all people.
Oh, not all?
No, not all people. And even with
some people out.
Even which I'm going to get to, even the Social Security benefit is like $255. And that has not changed like over the years. Like when my father passed, that was what my mom got from Social Security, was like $250 some. And then she never lived.
We know they wrong.
She never lived long enough to get his Social Security benefit because she died at 59. So some of them benefits you ain't gonna get anyway. Right. She never lived that. So let's spend some time breaking this down. Okay. The American dream. The American dream is you go to college, you get a good job, you work for 20 years, you retire.
That's the American dream.
That has what
it wasn't my dream.
I said the American dream. I said not all individual dreams.
You got that right.
I'm saying the American dream and what has been instilled in people for years. You go to school, you go to work, you get a good job, you work for 20 years, you retire. Okay? Or the non-college jobs.
They said they ain't going to have no retirement for these people.
The non-college jobs such as like a firefighter or a policeman, plumbing, like the technical stuff, military, different things like that. You work for 20 years, you retire. Right? That's pretty much, what it is.
That's what they told us.
That's all we ever heard growing up was to work for retirement, find a job that has a good retirement.
Should have found a suspect then.
But that also gives your family an automatic benefit because and
a lot of it, they'll cover burial and everything. The military.
Right.
You ain't got to worry about it. Cover your burial and all of that.
You don't have to worry about it. If something happens to you.
Everybody ain't in the military.
Right. If something happens to you, I don't have to worry about it. Everything is covered.
Even if we didn't have the military.
But not only did we have the military, but you also worked. People don't know that you worked for 20 years.
I sure did.
You retired.
I was scratching to survive.
You're just young. We started our plan early, so you're just young, and you retired young. So you have a pension and a benefit
and all of that.
I was hanging and gliding. And then we have like all of these years, which people are supposed to say the golden years.
Ain't we lucky?
But we have all these years because we did our stuff young.
Yep.
So all of that, which entitles me to be taken care of by the military, by your pension, by all of that. But also with the American dream, it puts you closer to Social Security age, which kicks in for your family as well. So if you work those 20 years, which was the American dream after college or those jobs, different things, it puts you where Social Security was going to kick in just like within a few years, because most people retire at 60, 65, and then Social Security kicks in, and then if anything happens to them, their family is taken care of with like a survivor benefit or something like that. But this is what's been indoctrinated.
The problem is if we don't make it to that point.
Exactly.
You might not make it. Cross your fingers.
This is what has been indoctrinated into so many of us that any other financial education is lacking.
But a lot of people evidently haven't been making it to that point.
Exactly.
And it's been becoming a problem.
For us, living past 50 is a blessing. Like, it is truly a blessing. I just told my classmates that the other day because we have had so many people that have passed within the last, that didn't even make it to 50, or now, being 53, and living past 50 is a blessing. Okay. But your parents, baby boomers, it has taken us this long for them to even do a will, to even put something down.
I know a lot of my family still don't got a will.
Exactly.
I don't know what they waiting on though.
Why do people have to die in confusion?
Yeah, they waiting on Boo Boo to.
Why does confusion have to sit in? Why does it have to be a burden for others in the family that you leave behind?
When you have options,
while you're alive. While you're alive.
We have options. We don't do those options because of our circumstances, situation. But we're just, because I don't want nobody to think, I don't know everybody's situation. All right. So I don't know what options that you have in your life to do something now. But if you do have options to do something now, it would behoove of you to take care of some things before something happens. And then people got to deal with a situation.
Right. No matter what your age, because we don't know the day nor the hour. We don't know the day nor the hour.
Minute,
our
second,
baby,
we don't know none of that.
Our baby didn't make it to 30. He didn't make it to 30.
Man,
so
a piece of this is a little bit phony.
Alhamdulillah. For some, the talk of death is an instant argument. It's crazy. You can't even talk death around. Oh, you trying to bring death on me?
Death is all around us. It's happening every day somewhere.
You trying to put me in my grave?
You just don't know when your time it eat.
As if talking about death
my goodness,
can make it speed
can't
up.
Nobody make you die except one. Right? It ain't gonna happen unless something happens that's already
written.
But see, you have to believe that though.
Yeah,
some people just don't believe it now.
Well, I definitely don't believe that talking about death is going to put one foot in your grave.
I know it ain't.
Speed up. I definitely don't believe that.
I mean, you can talk like some people talk about robbing that bank for about a week.
No.
Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't.
But we have to keep educating in order for things to change, because things are changing. Social Security will probably
Things are changing drastically.
Social Security will probably be a non-factor for our generation and generations going forward. I mean, that's pretty much a fact. But Social Security, who qualifies for it? Who qualifies like in the marriage? So let's spend a little bit of
me.
Let's spend a little bit of time talking about it. There's an article that came out in Forbes that I want to address here just for a little bit. It's this guy called Ask Larry that you could just ask him different things in regards to Social Security, more money, different things like that. It ain't Uncle
Larry, is it?
No, it definitely ain't your Uncle Larry.
I asked Uncle Larry.
To find out about different things about money and government issues, okay? He's a Forbes advisor. So the question is, will Social Security survivor benefits really be available after less than 10 years of marriage? I caught that headline and I was like, okay, I really need to delve into this, right? Hi, Larry. My husband and I are both on SSA. We're both 73 and we got married in 2017. 73 years old.
You sound like Dear Abby.
73 years old, and they've only been married for 4 years, 2017. I was told by one person that we have to be married for at least 10 years before I'd be able to get a widow's benefit from his record, but someone else said it's less than a year that we need to be married, which is right.
What in the elderly is going on?
Thanks, Karen. And her name had to be Karen.
Oh, I thought it was...
She a Karen.
What happened to Abby?
She a Karen, okay. Widow's benefit is that survivor benefit, that money that kicks in, and it's just like any other Social Security, it goes up. It goes up after so many years and by age, okay? So here's Larry's response. Hi, Karen. If you're currently married to your husband when he dies, you wouldn't need to have been married for 10 years to potentially qualify for widow's benefits. You only need to have been married for at least 9 months to meet the duration of marriage requirement for widow's benefits. The 10-year requirement applies to divorced spousal and divorced survivors benefits. Now,
who's saying that?
I know this personally, that if you never divorce, that you are qualified for your spouse's widow's benefits. And I know this personally. We know personally in regards to that.
Boy was getting hooked up.
So, there's a lot of education around Social Security and benefits and different things like that. And even at the time of death or at the time of retirement, it just depends on what age group you fall into. So we suggest everybody educate themselves in regards to that. And with the recent news coming out,
you only been married for 4 years, guess what?
With the recent news coming out about Social Security, and it may not be available from our generation going forward, we don't know how this is going to change. We don't know how this is going to be different. So how do you protect yourself as an entrepreneur? Here's 3 ways. We're going to talk about that, okay?
Number 1.
A will. Okay? A will can provide you with power of attorney. You can have a living will so that if you get incapacitated, something happens to you, you can't speak. you go into a coma, something like that, that somebody
I declare
is over,
this is my voice.
Yeah, something is over your stuff. But it also, you could put in there about an insurance policy, what happens to your children, what happens to your material
What happens
things.
to the insurance policy, no matter who's over it.
Exactly.
Let me tell you what you finna do, even though you in charge. This what you finna do.
What's even more concerning, though, like I said, what happens to material things? Because it seems like after people die, pass away, transition, that material things become so important to people. Like they said I could have that. I get mama ring, or I get, just different things about material stuff. Put that in your will.
So let's quit making all these arguments and families and fights after somebody gone, and put some protection in place.
And as an entrepreneur, a will is important because what happens to your business? What happens to your business? You're riding down.
They told me they're going to sell it.
We're in Georgia. You riding down 285 and you get in a rock'em sock'em smack up and you become incapacitated. What happens with your business?
Can I still walk?
Who is going to, take care of things when you can't? And I think as an entrepreneur, that needs to be considered. Number two, insurance policy. As we were speaking on insurance, there's all kinds of insurance. There's whole life, there's term life,
half life. Ever life.
The insurance that you get up, you can insure your house. There's a death benefit for your house if something happens to you.
Some people got mattress insurance.
The way that your car can be taken care of, just making sure that the supplemental insurance. And see,
make sure stuff paid off when you're gone.
After my dad passed, that's what my mom, made sure that her three girls, us three, were taken care of, because she got the max supplemental insurance that she possibly could to make sure that, she would be taken care of. As far as her death, I have to worry about paying for that.
And try to pay this stuff off before you go. But again, it wouldn't hurt to have a plan in place just in case that never happens, because you don't know when you're going to go.
Right. And then number three, a trust. And a trust can be set up as an executive, for estate planning, to make sure that things don't get touched. Maybe if you leave it for your kids, that they can't touch it to a certain age. You heard of trust fund baby, right? Or they get an allotment out of that money. So you're not giving a 17-year-old $300,000 and they don't know what to do with it, or they just blow it all. And that has happened.
What happened to the other 700?
That has happened to some people. So a trust is very specific and can take care of a lot of things in a lot of measures, guys. So we're just up here trying to educate you guys all in regards to that, especially couples that work together, married people. You got to put your business in order, take care of your affairs, make sure things are aligned.
Try to make it easier for that person that's still here.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest things, I think, because when somebody go unexpectedly, and this person is left with not only all kind of bills, and I mean that burial is the first thing that's going to come to mind for this person.
It's the biggest thing
take care of,
and it has to be done quickly. Like you don't have time.
For us, it really got to be done really quick. For me,
it's sitting here and scrounging around and trying to think and thought like how I'm going to get this done. I mean, these people want their money, and
it's good to when you talk about it beforehand. See, people don't want to talk about death, but you talk about it beforehand, and you put things in. You can't put things in place if you ain't gonna acknowledge it's a issue.
Right, that something needs to be done. Okay, all right. We'll be right back with your food for thought.
Yeah, that was heavy.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
Food for thought. Are you bringing an insurance policy to the table? This conversation of what are you bringing to the table gets kind of old, but let's change it up just a bit.
Let's
change it up
really
just a
old.
bit. When you get married as a man, You are tasked with taking care of your family. That now, no matter what discussion you guys have heard or what discussion you participate in, it is not the woman's responsibility to take care
We gonna
of
tell you
the
the
family.
real.
To take care. It is not. It is not her
I
responsibility.
do my
period.
job. Excuse me.
It's the man's responsibility to take care of the family. So what's your plan for that? As a man, from day one, the day you get married, what's your plan for that? What do you have in place? Because we do know people who got messed up on their honeymoon.
And you might get lucky because people get lucky sometimes, and it's not her place to take care of you. But I mean, we know women sometimes in today's world do take care of the home. I mean, the bringing the money in. But again, it's not that it's their place. So we just want to let you people know we acknowledge that it does happen.
Right. But I keep hearing these superficial conversations about what you bringing to the table, what you bringing to the table. Well, you know what? If something happens to you, how's your family being taken care of? Let's have that conversation. Are you bringing an insurance policy? You know, are you protected at your job? Do you have full coverage? You know, what is it? Something happens to you, somebody got to do a GoFundMe? Why?
Again, GoFundMe ain't gonna be around for too much longer. They keep abusing it.
Yeah, and they kind of stopped it for several reasons and for certain things. But I don't get into that. Get off in a tangent for other conversations. But you guys get it. You guys understand. There needs to be some proper planning here. Okay. Just a few announcements before we go. Long weekends with Hilton's couple getaways. Get 50% off on Sundays. Go to our website, RufusandJennyTriplet.com. Go to our show notes. And guys, if you go to Hilton and, make a reservation, use LWP, stay 3 nights at any participating Hilton and get the 50% off. It has to be a participating hotel. Okay. Because everybody doesn't participate in the promos. Okay. Marzar Group, distributors of Enagic machines, wants you to know people worldwide are discovering the life-changing power of Kangen water. Our bodies are 75% water, and staying well hydrated is critical to our optimal health. However, all water is not created equal. Text healthy water to 347-398-1867 to receive our company link. Change your water, change your life. Okay? With Allstate Auto Insurance, you can get safe driving bonus checks, deductible rewards, accident forgiveness, and new car replacement. Get a quote for your plan today. You guys can get a free quote. Go to the link in our show notes or on our website and click on the Allstate Auto Insurance and put in for your free quote today. Surviving Marriage, our books are available on Amazon. We thank you for all your global support, keeping us out there. T-shirts and a card game, Surviving Marriage T-shirt, like the one. And you can get that at RufusandJenny.com. We also have other hoodies. It's hoodie season, and T-shirts, all merchandise available at RufusandJenny.com. You ready to ride, dear?
I'm sure hydrated. Better come on for a hydrate something.
You got your insurance plan in place?
I sure ain't got no GoFundMe. You better sell a car.
Sell a car?
Don't be depending on no GoFundMe.
What I need to sell a car for? We don't have a GoFundMe, but you got your plan in place. I don't need to sell a car.
Well, I'm just saying, hey, we got stuff to sell. You know, when they do GoFundMe, it ain't nothing to sell. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I think they just be trying to money up real quick.
I mean, put some policies in place and get some money. You know, if you're doing all of that, cool. But if you ain't and you get caught, think about that car you can sell. You ain't got to do a GoFundMe. And then people say, well, I don't know if I should give because he probably got some money. Yeah, they always think people got money anyway.
It's funny how people are always in other people's pockets.
I'm just saying. They don't think that they out for you like that just because you did a GoFundMe.
It's interesting. Okay, well,
they be backbiting.
We gonna ride out on that note. Remember, marriage is a journey, not a sprint. We are surviving it, and so can you.
And we are Rufus and Jenny. Until the next episode, y'all be cool.
We'll be men and wives.